Oh man, this is it. Oh, this is it. Oh my God, this is really it. It's happening. It's happening. Let's get into this. Oh boy. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. So, this is it. This is it. The last game of football for the 2020 NFL season. Super Bowl 55. After this game plays on Sunday, we will not have live football until September, at least in terms of the NFL. You know what I'm talking about. Like, man, that is so long to wait. We don't get NFL football for a whole nother 6 months after this game. That's such a long time to wait. But hey, this is why they play the game. They play the game for an opportunity to play in this game, to get this moment, to be in the Super Bowl, compete for a championship, win a ring, and be able to hoist that Lombardi trophy. And now is the time to see if we'll have a new champion. So, it sucks. Oh man, I just thought about this too, man. This is also my last NFL preview until September. Oh boy, that's wow. That's hard hitting. This has been quite the chaotic season. It's been just complete chaotic, man. It's been a roller coaster of emotions if you've been a Ravens fan. In fact, just a fan in general for most teams has been a roller coaster this season. It's just been a whole chaotic mess. But it's finally coming to an end, and we're getting an interesting Super Bowl. This one's going to be a good one. And although this is my last preview for the 2020 NFL season, I get to say something, and a lot of us get to say something, that hasn't been done for the first time in NFL history regarding this Super Bowl. So, let's get into it. We have the defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs, heading down to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers, who become the first team in NFL history to participate in the Super Bowl the same year they're hosting it in their city. That's another accomplishment you can add to Brady's long-lasting resume. So, wow, man, it's crazy. The first ever Super Bowl where a team that is hosting it in their city actually participate in it. We've seen a couple close calls. You know, a couple years back, Minnesota had an opportunity to have that happen. But, you know, they fell short in the NFC Championship game against the Eagles. But it is what it is. Tampa Bay got it done. They're hosting the Super Bowl. They're heading back home, and they're going to play at home for the Super Bowl. That's just nice. That's awesome. But yeah, this Super Bowl is going to be very interesting. A lot of great storylines coming out of this. Brady versus Mahomes, just a lot of great stuff. And I can't wait to get into it. But before we do, we gotta talk. I mean, I can't be the only one that's seeing this, but like these past week and a half, heading into 2 weeks as we approach the Super Bowl, I'm not the only one seeing this, right? But the hype for Super Bowl 55 hasn't really been there. I mean, it's been somewhat quiet in terms of hyping up this Super Bowl. I don't know why. If you're not a Chiefs or a Bucs fan, you're not really feeling the hype. And I understand that, if your team just lost or your team was in the playoffs and got defeated, yeah, you're looking to be like they're salty. But still, there's supposed to be some level of hype. Even if your team's not there, there's supposed to be some level of hype towards the Super Bowl. I don't really feel that much of an effect this season, which is weird. I don't know. Maybe it's because of how the whole everything was virtual in terms of just that media week for the Super Bowl. It didn't really feel like they were at the Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the fact that it's Brady in another Super Bowl. Maybe because people already have, issues with the Chiefs because the fan base has gotten arrogant and unbearable, which, I mean, on my channel, the Chiefs fans that support me, they don't really act like that. But I know there are parts in the fan base that do, which at the end of the day, I really don't have a problem with that or anything. I don't really see why people always want to take it out on a team for how the fan base acts. You have to let the fans control what the team does. It's different if the team's acting arrogant. But the fan base, all the fans do is talk. That's what we do. We're fans. We talk trash. Why hate on a team for what the fans do as if the fans are controlling the game? It's not like the players are acting arrogant and cocky. No, it's the fans. And besides, when your team is competing and on the verge of potentially being a dynasty, obviously you're going to act arrogant. Every single fan base. You're not telling me right now that if you look at a team like the Lions, if all of a sudden they end up becoming a dynasty, you don't think they're going to talk trash after how many decades they've been just absolutely completely laughed at by teams like Packer fans and stuff like that, you don't think if all of a sudden the Lions turn into a dynasty, they're not going to laugh at the Packer fans that were talking trash about them? Like, come on, man. Fans are fans. This is how it is in every team. If my team ends up becoming a dynasty, the Ravens, I'm sure there are going to be people in our fan base talking trash. This is just how it is. Not to mention, bandwagoners always show up when the team has success. So the bandwagoners are going to be talking as well. I don't know. People just like to just hate on teams that are, chasing greatness. I don't know. Just every time a team does great, all of a sudden we want to hate on it. Even if they didn't do anything wrong. It is what it is. But yeah, the hype for the Super Bowl hasn't really been there like I expected it to, because this is Brady versus Mahomes in the Super Bowl, and I'm not getting that level of hype. Yeah, you got some shows comparing Brady and Mahomes to like MJ and LeBron, and some people are saying the current GOAT versus the future GOAT and stuff like that. But just the overall hype and excitement towards the Super Bowl, I'm not feeling it from a lot of people. It just kind of feels like it's lacking this season. But it is what it is. I still think it's going to be a great game. It should be an interesting one. This one, honestly, I don't know how this is going to go down. I honestly don't know how it's going to go down. I'm really teetering between making a pick here. I don't know who to pick in this game. But we'll have to figure out how to pick somebody. So you know what? Let's get into it. Super Bowl 55. Kansas City Chiefs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mahomes, Brady, just Travis Kelce, Rob Gronkowski, whoever you want to put up. It's just going to be an amazing game. So, let's get into this. These two teams are going to go at it in the Super Bowl. These two teams are coming off of just impressive wins in their championship games. Kansas City once again down by 2 possessions, because they were down by 9 to start off the AFC Championship game. And they just come back like they do, and they launch themselves into the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay going up against Green Bay in the NFC Championship game, and man, they just kind of took over. They ended up slowly, coming close to blowing that 18-point lead, but they held on, and they advanced to the Super Bowl. It's just been crazy, man. It's crazy. Both those championship games, I enjoyed the NFC Championship game more than the AFC Championship game, but both games were relatively interesting, though I'm not going to lie. Josh Allen and the Bills went out sad in that AFC Championship. They went out sad. They got to a point where I'm like, yeah, this is just looking sad. The NFC, I had some words to say. You guys saw. I had some words to say for that. That was entertaining. AFC was entertaining up until the Bills started just looking sad. And that final moment where you just see, the Chiefs celebrating and you have Stephon Diggs on the field just watching, that one hurt. I know that had to hurt if you're a Bills fan. That was tough to see him go through that. Another championship game he's in, and the team just doesn't get it done, and they end up getting blown out in some cases. It sucks. But yeah, both these teams coming in red hot. Both of these teams looking relatively nice. Honestly, I don't know who to pick. This is going to be fun. So, let's go head-to-head with the matchups. Let's look on the offensive side. Quarterbacks. One side, you've got Patrick Mahomes, the face of the league right now. Everyone who's, kind of claiming him to be the next GOAT, which is fair because right now he's starting off. You couldn't have a better start off to a career than the way this man Patrick Mahomes has done. First year as a starter, MVP. Second year as a starter, Super Bowl champion. Third year as a starter, right now, we're seeing him in another Super Bowl. He could potentially be a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Who knows? Then you got on the other side, people who claim to be the current GOAT, and probably the GOAT who's never going to change because no one's going to match his resume, though Mahomes looks like he can really have come close. If he continues with his trajectory, he could match that. So the current GOAT, in a lot of people's eyes, though, people will still say, he's a cheater and all this other. It is what it is. A lot of people look at this man as the current GOAT. Tom Brady. Here he is, which in my opinion is the more interesting story. Because Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs get into the Super Bowl, that was expected. People picked them as the favorites. But Tampa Bay, with Tom Brady, this man last year looked washed in the wild card round against the Titans. He leaves New England, goes to Tampa Bay with all those weapons, a team that didn't even make the playoffs that previous year, and he takes them all the way to the Super Bowl. And he did this by going through the wild card round. This is something nobody's talked about. I believe this is the first time in Brady's career that he's actually gotten to the Super Bowl via wild card. I don't think he's ever gone through the wild card. New England's been great consistently for 20 years, so they usually play in the divisional round because they're always getting first round byes. However, when they played in the wild card round, it didn't end well for them. I think this is the first time Brady's gotten to a Super Bowl where he's had to go through the wild card round, and he did it the hard way. This man went through Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers, played in their houses, and came out victorious. Man, no matter what the stats say, I'm just saying, if this man caps it off with the Super Bowl, I don't see how you debate or try to dispute him being the GOAT. Because now this is him proving that it was more of him than Belichick. That was the whole thing. Belichick versus Brady. And right now, Brady has clearly won this argument. He's in the Super Bowl. And if he captures off with the championship, how can you deny him being the GOAT? I don't know. It's going to be tough to debate that. But yeah, in terms of who has the edge at quarterback, man, this is tough. I don't know. Mahomes is clutch. He's the definition of clutch in the fourth quarter and in every aspect of the game. But Brady has made a career. If there's anybody that has been clutch so consistently in the postseason, it's this guy. It's number 12. It's Tom Brady. So how can I dispute him? I know Mahomes has his time, but should we really bet against Brady in this Super Bowl? I'm being dead serious. Should we honestly bet against Brady after going through Brees and Aaron Rodgers? Sit back and think about it. Sit back and think about it. Mahomes got knocked out. I'm not trying to take any shots here. I always say Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. But I'm talking about in terms of clutchness and the scale of difficulty to get here. They went through Cleveland, which is a very great team. And at the end of the day, Mahomes got knocked out. And their team had to manage without him to hold on to that lead. Then they go up against Josh Allen, who's emerging as an elite quarterback, as one of the best in the game. And they took that team apart. Meanwhile, I'm sitting, and they both were that at home. Meanwhile, I'm looking at Tampa Bay. They went on the road to face off against Drew Brees in the Dome. Then they went into Lambeau Field to face off against Aaron Rodgers, who is going to be the MVP most likely, playing the best football of his career. And they won. So I'm looking at it. Do we want to bet against Brady? I'm going to be honest here. I don't want to do this, but I think I have to give the edge to Brady just because of what I've seen him do to get to this point. And yes, the 3 interceptions in the NFC Championship game, we're going to hold it against him. But at the end of the day, he found the way to win the game. He did what he needed to do offensively. They did enough offensively to win the game. That's crazy. He went through Brees and Rodgers to get here. So how can I not give him the edge in this Super Bowl? I feel like it's close between Mahomes and Brady, but after what I've seen Brady do to get here, I gotta give him the slight edge. Though I don't think he's gonna perform better overall than Mahomes. I think Mahomes at the end of the day will have the better numbers, but come down to clutch time, if this game's close and the ball's in Brady's hands, we know what's about to go down. Let's not even lie. Then you look at the weapons, I say it's about even, though you could probably argue Kansas City, since they got younger guys, I don't know, like, still, you look at Mike Evans, you look at Chris Godwin, Rob Gronkowski's, get back in that some sort of rare form. Antonio Brown might play in this game. And they got Leonard Fournette still coming up too. Then you look on this other side, Sammy Watkins might be able to play. Don't know about that. You still got Tyreek Hill. You still got Travis Kelce. Le'Veon Bell might be able to play in this game. Speaking of that, oh man, Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell are going to play in this game. Possibly. This gotta hurt. If you're a Steelers fan, you gotta be pissed off because one of those two is gonna get a Super Bowl. Honestly, think about it, these two were a big part of that collapse in 2018 with the Steelers because of all the drama with Le'Veon wanting his money and AB just acting a straight up mess and a fool. They were big parts of that collapse in 2018 that cost them a chance to go to the playoffs because they were 6-2-1. No, they were 7-2-1, and then they just ended up collapsing on the season. Those two play a part throughout the season with all the drama, and now they're both in the Super Bowl. Though Steelers don't want either to win. If you're a Steelers fan, you don't want to see either of these guys get a ring. But if you have to pick one, I'd probably say Steelers fans can live with Le'Veon Bell getting a ring because all Le'Veon wanted was his money. They can't live with Antonio Brown winning a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. That might actually hurt them severely. So I don't know. Either way, former Pittsburgh Steelers is about to get a ring. And what sucks is one asked for money, left, went to the Jets, suffered there for a year, then went to the Chiefs now in the Super Bowl. The other was just acting wild. And now he's on the Super Bowl team about to win a ring with Tom Brady, possibly. That's crazy. But yeah, weapons-wise, it's about even. But you know what? Man, I just look at such X factors in the game when I keep watching Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. I think I'm going to give the slight edge Yeah, I think I might give the slight edge to I gotta give it to Kansas City. Even though I feel like both sides of weapons, they're about equal. Both teams are stacked with weapons on offense. But I just feel like Tyreek Hill's such a cheat code. I feel like he just makes up for any extra weapons Tampa Bay has. So I'm gonna give the slight edge to Kansas City. But once again, it's close. Just like the quarterbacks, the weapons here are close. So overall, offensively, I'm going to say it's about even. I can't really pick between them. They match up well, so it's about even. But if you had to pick one, though, I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs offense. I'm still looking for how you can stop the Chiefs offense in 60 whole minutes. We've seen moments where you can just stop the Tampa Bay offense for a full 60 minutes. We've seen moments of that throughout the season. With Kansas City's offense, there has never been a game where we've seen them just get straight up locked up for 60 minutes. We still haven't talked about this yet. Patrick Mahomes has never been blown out in a game. He's never experienced a blowout. This Chiefs offense has always been good enough to put up points. So they've never experienced a blowout under Patrick Mahomes. I'm giving the edge overall to the offense, though it's very close. Defensively. Front seven, I'm going to give the edge to Tampa Bay. If I'm looking at the front seven, I got to give the edge to Tampa Bay. I'm going to give the edge. Linebackers, it's close. I think I'm going to give the edge to Tampa Bay as well. Secondary, I think it's about even. It's about even between the two with secondary. So I think front seven, I'm going to give the Tampa Bay the edge. Linebackers, I'm willing to give Tampa Bay the edge for linebackers. Secondary, I really like the secondary of Tampa Bay. I don't know, but Kansas City secondary has done well enough so far. So I might call that a tie. I think I like both secondaries in this matchup. It's gonna be tough because they're going up against some tough weapons. But I think I'm about to give it a tie for both the secondary. Overall, when I look defensively for the game, the edge goes to Tampa Bay. So the offensive edge goes to Kansas City. The defensive edge goes to Tampa Bay. That means these teams are about to be even. So honestly, I cannot wait to see this go down. Bruce Arians back in the Super Bowl. Andy Reid heading over to what is this? His fifth, sixth. How many Super Bowls did he go to with the Eagles? I don't care. He's trying to. It don't matter what he did with the Eagles. Let me see. Wait. I think this is fifth Super Bowl, right? Fifth? Yes, fifth Super Bowl. No, not fifth. Not fifth. No, not fifth. Third. No. Why am I thinking this? Because no, they won in 04. They won in 08. Yeah, fourth Super Bowl. I said fifth. No, fourth Super Bowl. I added an extra one. I forgot they choked that one. Fourth. This is Andy Reid's fourth Super Bowl appearance as a coach, going up against Bruce Arians. This should definitely be an interesting matchup. I can't wait to see what both these coaches have in store for their offenses and their teams. It should be a good one. Now, we've got the edge. And in terms of this game, nobody really has a distinctive edge. They're about even when you look at it. So, now it's time to talk about how this game is going to go down. Oh, boy. I have no clue how this game is going to go down. But you know what? I'm looking at the first quarter, and I think it's going to be what we've been seeing from Kansas City and Tampa Bay so far. Tampa Bay has been hot the entire postseason. They've started out hot the entire postseason. Kansas City has started out the game cold for some reason. They just start off cold, and it just inconsistencies in the beginnings of the game. So I believe to start this game off, Tampa Bay is going to come out hot, and they're going to put points on the board early on. Meanwhile, Kansas City is going to focus. They're going to make some mistakes here and there in terms of not being able to communicate. I don't think they're going to turn the ball over, but just a few miscommunications here and there, a few throws here and there, a possible drop, something like that. They're just going to take a while to get going. So they're going to be down early in this game. But obviously, this is Kansas City, so they're not going to panic. Tampa Bay is going to take that early lead and focus on trying to build that lead. Then I see at that point, when we get towards the second quarter, Kansas City starts to slowly come back. I don't think it's going to be a huge lead, maybe a 10-point lead. But Kansas City starts to build that comeback, erase that lead, and we most likely go into halftime with them tied. I could see it somewhere like 17-17 type of game, something like that, 17-17, 17-14, something close to that, where the game is either tied or it's close by a field goal going into it. Then we get back into the second half. Whoever gets the ball first, whoever gets the ball first. Tampa Bay is going to continue to try to push on offense to be able to keep up with the offensive output that Kansas City has found. And Kansas City will continue to drive the ball down the field through the air. They'll try to get the run game going. That's definitely what they got to look to do. Though with the defense, that front seven of Tampa Bay, the run game ain't something that's really going to be going off. So you have to be looking to try and exploit something in the secondary for Tampa Bay. So I'm thinking they're going to try to continue with that. Kansas City continue to move the ball through the air, get more production on offense, just try to get the ball down the field and put up points. And at that point, as we head towards the fourth quarter, it's going to be somewhere close to like, let's say, I'll probably give the edge at this point. I think Kansas City is going to be somewhat down, I think, at this point. I feel like it's going to be similar to what we saw in last year's Super Bowl, where it's like they're going into the fourth quarter down. So I say it was like a 17 point after coming out of halftime. I feel like they're going to try to exchange blows. So I can see possibly maybe possibly 24-24 or 27-24, something like that, heading into the fourth quarter. And then we're in for a fourth quarter of the ages where Mahomes and Tom Brady go blow for blow, trying to match who's going to be more clutch and come up clutch and get their team in the end zone with the time down. I think it's going to get to that point where the game's somewhat tied, and then Brady's going to be Brady, take his lead. And that's going to leave the chance for Patrick Mahomes to win the game, final drive of the game, come up clutch, and he is going to deliver. Because this is Patrick Mahomes. And I think he's going to show how this is now his league, or at least in terms of that, and in terms of being able to match up against Brady. And I think Kansas City finds a way to edge this out. I really don't know how to put the score. Part of me felt like it would have been a 27-24 game, but I don't know. It just feels like the way these two offenses have been clicking, I just feel like we're going 30-plus here. I could see a 35-31 type of game. I think it's going to be a situation where like Kansas City really is down like 31-28, and they go score a touchdown to take that lead. And, you know, the defense of Kansas City finds a way to hold on against Brady, though Brady will come very close. It may come down to a Hail Mary, because in the Super Bowl, for some reason, Tom Brady, it comes down to a Hail Mary. Came down to a Hail Mary in 2007, came down to a Hail Mary in 2011, came down to a Hail Mary in 2017. I mean, this dude stays finding a way to stay in the game with like last second. So I think this is going to come down to a Hail Mary with Tom Brady, because it always does in the Super Bowl. So I think if I'm going to come with it, it's, how do I put this? Yeah, if it comes down to it, I'm going to put Chiefs. I'm going to put Chiefs as the winner. I'm going to pick them. I think Kansas City is going to find a way to edge out this game 35-31. Though, again, Kansas City's at home in the Super Bowl, and they've been red hot. And the trials they've had to face in the postseason, no other teams faced off against that. Not even Kansas City. So I would not be surprised to see Tampa Bay win this game. But again, like I've said the entire season, coming into the season, from what I saw week one all the way here, I do not know how you stop this Chiefs team. I told it to Cleveland. I said, do your best, but I don't see how you stop that offense. I told this to the Bills fans. Bills Mafia was so confident they can get the job done. I told them right now, I do not see how you can stop this offense. I had a couple Packer fans come at me and said, nah, Packers are good. We can get that. They couldn't even get out of their situation. And I felt that even if they were in the Super Bowl, I still think the Chiefs get it done, because I'm serious. I have tried to manage this and look at this from every perspective. I do not know how you can contain the Chiefs offense for 60 minutes. I don't know. So I can't pick against them right now. I don't know how you stop this Chiefs offense for a whole 60 minutes. And I think that's just what it's going to come down to. Brady's going to still be clutch. Brady's still going to do his thing. Brady's going to put up points. But I feel like it's going to come down to the wire, and the ball's going to be in the hands of Patrick Mahomes with like 30 seconds left, because Brady, for the 12,000th time, had a clutch drive that took him down the field to give him a lead of 31-28. And then the ball's in Mahomes' hands with like 30 seconds, and he makes some magic, and they get down the field and score a touchdown, and then they get, no, not 30 seconds, but like maybe a minute left in the game, and then he gets down the field with quick efficiency, because that's how the Chiefs offense works, and they just get down and score, and with 30 seconds left, Brady's going to get the ball, he's going to move the ball down the field, and it's going to come down to a Hail Mary. If that happens, that's going to be amazing. I feel like this game is going to be spectacular, so I just can't wait to see how it goes down. It's got to be something special, man. It's got to. So that being said, I think that's just how it's going to go. Kansas City's going to win this game, and they're going to win the Super Bowl, and they're going to repeat as champions. Patrick Mahomes is going to win his second, Super Bowl MVP, and he will be a two-time champion. I believe in terms of how they're going to go out in terms of productions and stats, I think Mahomes is going to throw 3 touchdowns. I think 3 touchdowns is going to be Mahomes. He's going to throw 3 touchdowns. I could see 1 going to Travis Kelce, 2 going to Tyreek Hill. Or potentially, let's just say 1 goes to Travis Kelce, 1 goes to Tyreek Hill, 1 can go to any of the other receivers. You take your choice. Then another touchdown is going to go with Tyreek Hill rushing it in because they love to use him on sweeps and trick plays and everything. They love to hand him the ball and just let him take off. So I think Tyreek Hill is going to get 2 total touchdowns in this game. He's going to get a receiving touchdown. He's going to get a rushing touchdown. And then the final touchdown will go to either Le'Veon if he's playing or Edwards-Helaire if he's playing. So I think that's just how it is. So you're going to have 1 rushing touchdown from one of your backs. You're going to have a rushing touchdown from Tyreek Hill. And then you're going to have 3 receiving touchdowns. 1 goes to Tyreek Hill. 1 goes to Travis Kelce. Another goes to any of the other receivers. As for Tampa Bay, I see Brady also throwing 3 touchdowns in this game. I think Leonard Fournette's going to get a rushing touchdown. And in terms of receiving, AB is, if he plays, AB going to score in the Super Bowl. I just feel like Tom Brady going to find that connection. Antonio Brown will have his mark in this Super Bowl if he gets to play. So 1 will go to Antonio Brown, 1 will go to Mike Evans, 1 will go to Godwin if they're all healthy and ready to play. So I think that's how it's going to go. And then the other touchdown, like I said, is going to Fournette. And then they're going to kick a field goal. So, yeah, I think that's how it's going to go down. Kansas City's going to come out with a victory because right now I just can't pick against them. I've looked at this team. I've seen every team play them and how they've played them. All defenses that have played them this season, they have not been able to stop this offense for 60 minutes. And I love Tampa Bay's defense, but they have to show me that. I do believe Tampa Bay has a really great chance to win this. So I'm not counting them out. It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be very close. But until I see a defense stop this team for 60 minutes, I cannot pick against that offense. I'm sorry. So Tampa Bay, best of luck. I don't have a team to pick here because, again, I prefer my team to actually be in this. If you ask me, I kind of wanted to see either Ravens. Actually, I wanted to see the Ravens go up against the Saints or the Packers, but that's a different situation because I wanted to see Drew Brees in another Super Bowl, and I needed to see Aaron Rodgers get to another Super Bowl just for his legacy. But both of them failed me this season. Like all 3 my team failed me, and then my other 2 guys that I wanted to see get into the Super Bowl, they failed me as well. So I don't have a pick here. But I don't have a favorite. I'm going to be rooting for both teams because I want to see Tampa Bay win a Super Bowl. I don't care if Brady gets a 7th ring. You can hate on them all you want. You can hate on greatness. At the end of the day, history only remembers the winners. In 20 years, people are not going to care about, Tom Brady did this, and, Patriots possibly. No one's going to care. All that's going to be there is Tom Brady, his legacy, and how many rings he has. Nobody cares about the semantics or what type of people or what the fans or people on Twitter are saying. Nobody's going to care about that. History remembers the winners, and Tom Brady's a winner. So I would like to see Tampa Bay win another championship because they haven't won one since, what was it, 04? No, not 04, or 02. They haven't, not 04. Since 2002. My bad. They haven't won a Super Bowl since 2002. As for Kansas City, it'd be nice to see Kansas. I guess if Kansas City wins another championship, then they can officially declare their dynasty because they've won multiple championships. Either way, it should be a fun one. I'm taking Kansas City in a close game, though we'll see how that Hail Mary goes because if Brady and Hail Marys in the Super Bowl, he gets it out there. Now, let's see if somebody can actually complete those because I remember at least in 1 or 2 of those situations, Gronk had a chance to catch the Hail Mary, failed to do it. Though in one of those, he was injured, so I can't even blame him. He was hurt. And the other one, he had a chance. He just failed to get it. We'll see. I think the game's coming down to a Hail Mary. That's my prediction. With that being said, this is it, man. This is truly it. My last prediction. I had fun with this one. It could really go either way. I'm really excited to see how the Super Bowl goes. Again, I wish my team was there, but you know what? It is what it is. It's always next year. And besides, even though I would love to see my Ravens continue to play, they have a lot of things that they need to fix. They have a lot of work to do. The whole squad has a lot of improving to do. They're not ready to be championships. They're not ready to be champions yet. They have a lot of work to do. So whenever they're ready to put in that work, put in that work. And I'll definitely be talking about them in the offseason. So this is my last preview for the NFL, we can finally get back to talking about the Ravens. I have some things to say about Greg Roman. That whole situation is coming out. I got something planned for that. Lamar Jackson, definitely going to be talking about him. There's a lot of stuff I got to talk about the Ravens. But at the end of the day, today was about Super Bowl 55 and the matchup between Kansas City and Tampa Bay. This is going to be something special. It's going to be a Super Bowl to remember. I can't wait to see this go down. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all the support you guys have shown me this NFL season. I have picked up a lot of supporters, a lot of NFL fans coming in, tuning in to watch my stuff. I appreciate all you guys. It has been, last year was absolutely terrible. And this past season has just been chaotic. But the love and support you guys have shown me during these tough times has definitely helped out. And we just hope to continue to grow. Let's see what happens in the 2021 NFL season. Hopefully that season will end with the Ravens winning a Super Bowl. But hey, all the other 31 other teams would say that as well. So it is what it is. But can't focus on the future. Time to focus on the present. And right now, we got a hell of a matchup between the Chiefs and the Bucs going down Super Bowl night. It should be great. I can't wait. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am done for the NFL season. That is all I've got. Thank you for watching, and I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, man, what a season.